All right, I'm pretty sure this ain't supposed to be like this. I don't want to try to do this one-handed. Oh my goodness, y'all. Oh, that's water. Oh, here comes the, not good. You know what? I think I'm just gonna put like a PTO cover on it. Oh, it stinks so bad. Oh, let me get this out of here. I don't think I'm gonna fill that second can up. Ugh. Gross. Got a lot of water in there. Hope that transmission ain't locked up. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put a plate over that. You know, because I'm not gonna hook a bush hog or anything up to it. Wow, that was a lot of water. That was quite the ordeal. Now it's just sludge and stuff coming out of it. Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. I got to figure out how to get that crank pulley off now, but I keep a 55-gallon drum right there for fluids, and luckily it wasn't too far away. Interesting. Got a little shop vac here. I'm going to try to shop vac as much as I can out of that housing. There's some sludge right there. I'm going to try to get that out. And then I'm going to pour about 2.5, 3 gallons of diesel in it and let it sit while we do the conversion. So the diesel's going to sit in there for a few days. So let's get that sucked out of there. Put the PTO shaft back in. Let the diesel sit. Get this PTO shaft put back in there. There's no gasket on it or anything like that, so I'm gonna have to, it's just, hopefully it just holds the diesel in. Look at how he's putting it in there with one hand. How about that, y'all? All right, let me put the bolts on there. We'll see if this actually holds the diesel in there. If it does, I mean, I knew it leaked. We're gonna have to put a new rear seal in there anyway. But maybe this will be enough to hold the diesel. We're about to find out. You guys let me know if it's leaking. I hope you can see that. About 2.5 gallons on here. And if it's a slow leak, that's okay. All right, let's see how bad it's leaking out the back. Probably gonna get some seepage, but that's okay. That diesel works its way back toward the back. So we'll just let it sit in there for a few days. And then tomorrow we'll come out, same video, but we'll come out and put the 12-volt conversion on, put the water pump on. I think what we're gonna end up doing is running this thing with diesel instead of transmission fluid or hydraulic fluid. Probably just gonna run it with a few gallons of diesel just for a few minutes, around the house, just to get the sludge kind of worked up. Only thing I don't know is how that hydraulic pump is going to be. It's got some springs in there. It's probably got a gasket or two. Obviously, I don't want the bearings to be pitted and all that good stuff. But for what I'm going to use it for, I think we'll be okay. Like I say, it's probably going to do less than 5 miles a year, so it ain't that big of a deal. It's going to last me for many, many years. But we'll clean it out as best we can. We'll flush it with diesel a few times. Let's get started on this 12-volt conversion and the water pump put on. To get started on the conversion, I went and got me an 1 1/8" deep well. So now I can torque my pulley down appropriately. Then we'll put the water pump on it and the whole alternator kit. Got that torqued down. Now we'll put the water pump on. And then we're ready to put the alternator on and stuff. So this is the new water pump. So let's slap that sucker on there. Come with the gasket. I don't know the torque specs of those. I just tightened it until I was like, oh, please don't break. And then I stopped. But it looks like Looks like the belt is going to run true, you know, once we get that alternator put on. So I think everything is lining up. So now we got to put the alternator on. Today's the day we're going to get this 12-volt conversion kit put on. And we're going to at least spin it over because I don't have the points condenser. I don't have spark plug wires. But if I get it hooked up, then I know that it'll spin over. And that's the important part for now. Couple things I've run into so far is the machining of these screws and nut holes here are not exactly awesome. The aperture gauge, which, I mean, it could be the fault of the tractor. I had to take a grinder and grind in there so that the amp gauge will fit into that hole. But what I've run across now is I've got to wire this key switch into this resistor, I guess it would be. And check this out. The connection doesn't go over the stud. So just a couple of things on the quality control of the kit, you know, that they could probably do a little better. But the instructions are nice and clear, so that's good. Got the wiring harness put on, the alternator, all that jazz. the amp gauge, this key switch. So let's look at what came in the mail. Let's see what we have here. Spark plugs, points, condenser, distributor cap, made in China from All States Parts. So even if you order from all, you're getting parts made in China. Sediment bowl, that's for the fuel tank. And plug wires. I think that'll do it. So let's get all this put on and then we'll go from there. Take the distributor off. The distributor's off. Careful note where that rotor button is. Ugh. Pretty nasty. Pretty nasty. I'm gonna put it over here before I drop it. We're gonna take care of all that. Alright, I've run into a little problem. They've sent me a side distributor kit. Look at that. Side mounted distributor. I got to looking at the points and stuff and I was like, that don't look the same. The rotor cap. So I gotta call them and get new parts. But I'll keep the plug wires and that looks the same here. So that's fine. But I gotta get new points. I don't know if I need a new condenser. Looks like it's probably this. Well, I don't know if it's the same. Because the wire comes out the other side. No, I need new points, condenser, and rotor button. Alright, ran out to the local parts place. They had everything I needed. So thanks Cloud Autos for keeping that stuff in stock. So now we're gonna get down to business. They also had a cap for my PTO shaft, which has a new seal. So we'll get that put in as well. Alright, let's get this points and condenser. Ah, dang it. You know what I forgot? I forgot to get a battery. I'll have to put one of my big batteries. I'm such a knucklehead. Alright, I mean, I've got batteries, but I was going to buy a battery for the tractor. Rats. I'm sure I got to go back out for something, so let's get this put together. All right, we're making progress. We got some fitment issues with our parts that we've ordered. I had to go back to the original distributor cap because this one didn't fit. So it had some placement issues. So we're going to order a new one of these, see if I can get lucky and get another one. And then something else. What was it that didn't fit? I can't remember. Oh, of course we got the side mounted distributor instead of the front mounted. But you can see it says side mounted right there, distributor. But you ordered a front mounted. So, but we're going to get the spark plugs put on, and then we're going to just see if it spins over. Obviously, we got no fuel, no water, nothing like that. So we just need to see if we got it hooked up right and everything works. All right, let me tell you another issue with fitment. So I run the spark plug wires. Obviously, I run the longest from the back to the front. So, and I've got them all marked. This is number 4, and it is, I'm talking about, it's probably, I need to get another one. Look at that. I mean, that is tight. That's like a G-string on a banjo. Tight. So I'll buy one more spark plug. If I can, just buy one spark plug wire and then a new distributor cap. But we'll see if it works for now. Got the plug wires put on. I zip tied these out of the way of the belt. The alternator's plugged up. The crankshaft pulley. The water pump. The wiring. So really, folks, I don't know if the starter button's any good. So we're going to find that out. And that's obviously just temporary there. So we're going to see. Oh, let me put the PTO shaft. Let me put the PTO shaft back in before we crank it up. Just in case. Now I run diesel through here. But when we drive it and stuff, well, no kidding, we'll fill it up with diesel for a few minutes, drive it around the yard for a few minutes, come back, dump the diesel out, and fill it full of hydraulic oil. UTF probably. Anyway, let me put this in right quick. Alright, I got a battery going to throw on this bad boy. Okay, now again, this is just to see if we got everything right. If we've got everything wired up right. All right, it's not going to run. It's got no fuel. It's got no fuel. So we're just seeing if it's going to crank. So this is pretty exciting, guys. This is actually really exciting. All right, this is it. Now, haven't tightened these down, anything like that. I'm so excited. I'm nervous. Make sure she's in neutral. All right, here we go. Ready? She's gonna fire, y'all. Oh. That's awesome. That is awesome. So everything's wired up right. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. Now we gotta get fuel, exhaust. Was the belt traveling good?
Yep.
And obviously I don't know if all four spark plug wires are making contact, but wow, that's awesome. That's awesome, guys. Let's do it again. You want to? Man, dude, I can't wait for you guys I can't wait to put the fuel tank on it, the carburetor on it. This is exciting. This is a huge step. Huge. Did I say it was a huge step?
Yes, about 10 times.
That's totally exciting. All right, guys. Right. Hey, listen, I appreciate you guys watching. If you want to see the playlist of this thing, click right here because it's pretty awesome. I'm hoping next video we have this thing running. I got to buy some tires for it, and it'll be driving soon. All right, listen, I appreciate you guys watching. Take care. God bless you guys.